Hey everybody, it's me Edward Jones back with a new video. Palestine or Israel? Who to side with? I know plenty of people right now are losing their heads, losing their cool over everything that's going on right now, and in that part of the world, probably losing their head more so than they were when the mess between Ukraine and Russia kicked off. But first of all, before I get into that, I want to start by saying, please keep my grandmother in your prayers. She had something. She thought she had something wrong with her heart. She was kept in the hospital overnight. She just got back out. She's home now. But just pray for her. Pray for other people who are as well as your own loved ones who are going through tough times concerning their health. I know when times are very stressful, one of the first things that can get disrupted is our health. So it's important that we stay healthy and take care of ourselves, and also make sure that we're taking care of people who are around us, because we're all depending on each other. That being said, this whole thing about you know who's to blame, who's the real victim. Um, it's I'd say it's tricky because this stuff has been going on for who knows who knows how long. There really, the saying goes, there's no peace. There would be no peace in the Middle East. I know under Trump it came close. There were steps to be made towards that, but obviously things didn't pan out, and now we're at this point. But it's not like it's the first time that there ever was conflict in that area. Um, there's a dispute as to who claims ownership of that land, which really you can't really claim ownership of land. You can only say you conquered the land, and now it's under your control. So there's that. So really, whoever conquered it had to be, had to, basically maintain their status of being a conqueror. But that can't. But obviously, if that couldn't be maintained, it's going to be contested as to who's running the place. So, Israel, Palestine or Israel. But this is where I stand. I don't want anybody innocent paying for the mistakes of people acting out of character, people acting out of corruption, people acting out of emotion. My concern really is for those who are trapped in the middle of all this. First I'm gonna start off with, where the Israeli government screwed up. First off, they screwed up in keeping the public weak. Yeah, there's mandatory military service in the IDF, but after that, their gun control laws were just atrocious. The claim and the common thing that I've been seeing online was that they didn't want guns being sold in their country to be used by terrorists. But okay, fine, but there were still terrorists who were going to be doing things anyway, whether they can get guns or not. You have plenty of bombings that were going on in the country. There's no excuse to keep your country weak. I mean, like I said, 50. You were only able to get 50 rounds in a pistol, and that's only after you pass all these background checks, jump through all these hoops. And even then, only 2% of their population was actually had privately held arms. Everything else was either held by contractors or by the government itself through the military. Now they want to lift. Now they want to ease it. First off, they ease it by saying now people are going to have 100 rounds instead of 50 rounds for a pistol. And now and last I checked, now they're going to give out 10,000 AR-15s to different security forces, but nothing about any any Israeli adult who wants to defend their neighborhood. I haven't heard anything about that. So I would say Israel has really screwed up by keeping their public weak in that sense. Where Palestine screwed up? Palestine screwed up in giving the green. I don't know if they give a green light, or really, I understand this very very complicated situation, but there isn't much complicated when it comes. There's a lot of complexity when it comes to, should you or should you not kidnap people out of their homes at night? Should you or should you not slaughter people in their own homes? Should you or should you not kidnap concert goers Should you or should you not kill people who really are who are not direct who you're directly not having a beef with? Like kids, for example, is there should you or should you not rape and murder rape and murder children? I think if you really can't come to terms with you really can't pick a side with that, because we have those two choices. You can't decide who you're gonna pick a side with. You got bigger problems. So as far as Palestine is concerned, their screw up is with dealing with Hamas, allowing Hamas to gain the power that it has in that area. But again, maybe I'm missing something, because this whole thing is just screwiness going on all over the place. And now you have people in different countries, not just here in the United States, but like in the UK and Germany. You have all these protesters throwing their support for. I can't tell if they're throwing their support for Palestine or for Hamas. It's wild. You do have people who are lending their support for Israel, but like I said, this is something that needs to be approached very, very cautiously, because when emotions get mixed into all of this, it's very easy to start excusing things like, well, what Israel had planned doing right now, cutting off water and power to the Gaza Strip. And I think because of the Gaza Strip, and I think also the West Bank, they're going to cut off water and power. And their defense ministers said we're dealing with animals and it'll be treated as such. Hamas is really, if Hamas is your problem, why are you gonna make all these other people who probably have no links to Hamas? Why are you gonna make them suffer? And I understand. I think 22 Americans were killed. Someone had mentioned in the video. I think it was Greg Foreman on Black Conservative Perspective. He suggested special ops teams going in, rescuing any Americans that are caught in that mess and getting the hell out. I think that's if we have to be involved in anything, I think that's probably the first thing we do is any Americans that have been kidnapped, rescue them, and clear out this whole mess, because, like I said, this thing can get really, really disastrous if cooler heads don't prevail, if a diplomatic resolution can't be approached. This can get really ugly. So, like I said, as far as who am I siding with, Palestine and Israel, I'm siding with people who are just trying to keep themselves safe in this mess. Because this whole thing is it's very interesting. It's very interesting seeing how people react, back over in that part of the world, and here at home. I'm in South Carolina, so really there isn't much. I haven't really seen any protests or anything like that going on over here. I haven't heard anything. But just very interesting watching stuff going on in other cities and seeing the reaction from people about this whole conflict. Well, please tell me what you think. Have you picked a side? Are you in the same position I'm in? You're not really picking a conventional side. You really want innocent people to keep themselves safe. Please share your thoughts. Leave a comment in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. If you want to help out the channel, go to my YouTube homepage. Look for the PayPal link and the Cash App link. All donation amounts are appreciated. Any gripes, complaints about what I said in this video, send me a PM or make a comment. See what I can do to address it. Well, that's my video. Palestine or Israel? Which side? I'm Edward Jones. You guys take care. Be safe. Stay strapped. And God bless.